Today, in this video, we are going to talk about healing your heartbreak from betrayal. Let's take a moment. If it's safe for you to do so, please close your eye for a moment. Allow yourself to really arrive into the space. Arrive into this moment. Arrive into your own breath and into your own heart. Allow yourself to arrive right here, right now, into your heart. Allow your awareness to merge into your breath. Don't try to change it. There is nothing to do. Just allowing. Knowing that the power of attention, that awareness, allow it to just merge with your breath. As the breath flow in and flow out. As you exhale, just allow yourself to gently let go. There is so much that we hold on to. As you exhale, just gently give it back to the universe, whatever it may be. Anger, pain, a story you told yourself, a false identification, a mask, a role that you play, some expectations that you're holding on to. As you exhale, just give it back to the universe. Allow yourself to just sink deeper and deeper into the core of yourself. Slowly and gently, allow your eyes to open. Allow yourself to stay anchored and grounded in this present, in this awareness, and in this active letting go. It is so important to make sure we're really coming into with a really open heart today, open to be touched and to be transformed, open to receive. So many of us have been betrayed by our lover, our friends, or have some experience in our life being betrayed. The questions become why? Why does this happen? When this happens, what to do about it? How do we move on? So today in this video, I really want to take this opportunity to talk about the why. Why does it happen? Why do we get betrayed? The law of attraction says we attract what we give out. But we are nice people. We mean well. We are full of love and we're good people. Betray is usually done by whom we give so much of ourselves. We trust of our heart. So why does this happen? And then what do we do when this happens? And how do we move on? So I want to begin with the why. Over the years, I had so many conversations with people about karma and our destiny. Why betray happens? Is it written in our karma, in our destiny, that we're going to be betrayed? And I want you to know it is not really about you. It is not all about you. The law of karma gives us a view of tapestry of which is much bigger than this moment, this intersection of time and space. It involves so many factors than just I am a good person. Why I get this awful situation in return. I want to tell you a story that I really love. And this story begins with a king. This is a king of Iota. He wants to have children for many years, especially son, who can become king after him and take over the kingdom. He had many wives, but this wife cannot have any children. And at the same time, there was a young man whose parents are blind, and he wants to take his parents on a religious pilgrimage. He left them at the hermitage one day along the way so he can go to the river to fetch some water. The king of Iota was hunting that day, the very same day, and he heard the sound by the river, and he thought it was a deer. So he pulled back the arrow on his bow and he shoot, and it hit the young man. He rushed to the bushes and see what he got. He saw this young man, and this young man was bleeding profusely. The young man told the king, "My life is over. There's nothing you can do for me. But my parents are blind, and they are at the hermitage. Can you bring this bucket of water back to them and tell them what happens?" Can you imagine the king has to go back to the parents and tell them what he had done? But he did. The young man's parents cursed the king that just like we are dying of a broken heart today due to the loss of our son, and so you will die from a broken heart due to the loss of your son. Now, the curse going out to the king, and it goes to the universe energetically, and it must manifest. So fast forward 30 years later, the king has many sons. One of the sons is named Ra, and on the day Ra is to be coronated to be the king, Ra is the embodiment of integrity, dignity, perfection. Ra is worshipped as this perfection son, brother, king to be, and husband. The day Ra is to be coronated, one of the king's wife came to him and said, "You remember the 2 promises you owe me? Well, I want them today. And the promises are, number 1, instead of Ra being coronated as the sun, I want my own son to be coronated. Number 2, Ra must be sent into the forest for exile for 14 years. Although we were all brought up together in one big family, but in our mind and our heart, it tends to think very small, and we have separation in us. So Ra was sent off to the forest. Here is the point of the story. As Ra walked off the kingdom into the forest, covered in leaf and twigs with nothing with him, his father started to die of a broken heart as he is on his deathbed. He called out to the young man that he killed 30 years ago. He knows this is all part of what had to happen based on what happened 30 years ago. Ra got betrayed by his stepmother, betrayed by his father who promised to coronate him as a king, being sent off to the wild forest, and the risk to be eaten by the wild animals. In a lot of cases, we do not know why this happened, but it is part of the whole tapestry of how it worked. And in many cases, it really doesn't matter. What matters the most is here. We are here now. There was also a great story of a young girl a young girl who complained to her dad about the problem she's facing, the obstacle that she's facing, and the hurdle in life from her friends at school who are not nice to her. Her dad takes her to the kitchen and he put a pot of water on the stove and wait for it to boil. And into the pot of water, he put carrots, an egg, and some coffee beans. He let it boil for a few minutes, and then he showed her what happened. The carrot has become squishy. The egg has become hard. The coffee beans have turned the water into beautiful aroma. And now we can drink it. He said to her, it is really not about what happened to you. It is about, are you a carrot, an egg, or coffee? When trouble afflicts to you, do you become soft and limp, or do you become hard and a shell around you? Or do you become fragrant, bringing that aroma to everyone? So when we say something is karmic, it is. And in this moment where we are and where we find ourselves, what choices do we make? And this is the most critical part. It is not all about you. Those who are betraying you, they are just going through their karmic journey. It happens a lot in our life that people can only give us or to the situations what they have. If inside me there's anger, there's pain, there's impatience, there's frustration, there's dysfunction, this is what I am going to bring to every situation. My favorite example is an air conditioner. What does it do? It gives you cold air. It is great in the summer months, but not so good in the winter season. So if you stand in front of the air conditioner in January, you might get a cold or pneumonia. It is not because the air conditioner is planning to get you, but that is what air conditioner has. It only got cold air. It will not give you heat even it wants to because it doesn't have it. So a lot of times when people hurt us and betray us, that's the karmic package in this moment. Everyone is moving through this world with a toolbox. What is in that toolbox is based on their karmic package. Do they have compassion? Do they have caring? Do they have love, tenderness, generosity? Or do they have violence, dishonesty, anger, pain, meanness? You are going to get, and they are going to give whatever is in the toolbox because that's all they have. And that's all they can give you. Now, great, we say these help us understand the whole karmic thing, that it has to happen. But what do we do now? Most of us want to kill that person or want them to suffer. We want to make them suffer and hurt them and make them know what they had done to us. Hurt them like they had hurt us. Of course, we all know that will just hurt us more. There's an acronym that I learned from one of my mentors, HEAL, HEAL. H stands for honing and honoring you. The truth of who you really are. When we mix up with someone who is narcissist, we tend to lose ourselves. And we forget who we really are in all this. We become just in a relationship with them. When you feel betrayed, it is important to remember, who am I? Who really am I? Practice like yoga, meditation, helping others. Why is helping others so critical? Because when we are in a relationship with a narcissist, we only serve that person. We forget all the gift that we have to bring to the world. Honoring and honing in the self include that deep, quiet inner work. And remember what your gifts are, who you can serve. Can you bring love to another people? This will remind us to remember I am a valuable human being. E. E stands for embrace. Embrace our friends and family members. Real friends who don't betray you. Real friends who can mirror back to you who we really are. We lost it in our relationship. We lost it in betray because we literally end up obsessed and consumed by what had happened, by that which has happened to us, by the story, by the drama, by our own identification as a victim. So close friends and family, people who really know us, who know you, can reflect back to you who you really are. That they can help you find your way back to the fullness, completeness, and the wholeness of you. A stand for awareness. There's no right way to grieve. A lot of us who really into and excited by or inspired by a lot of self-help motivation thing. We want to follow a step where people tell us how to grieve. Yes, there's a map, but there's no one right path for everyone. Everyone does it differently. Allow yourself to grieve, whether it is grieving the person, a situation, the expectation, the hope, the fantasy, the visions on what life should be look like. Allow yourself to grieve in a way that is caring. When we try to box ourselves up, we're not seeing and caring for being who we are. Allow your own process to unfold. L, letting go. Letting go, this is the critical aspect. We have to come to the place to let go, to accept it and let it go, or else it will eat us up and steal our life. That betray become defined moment, paralyzing moment, killing moment of our life if we do not let go. We have to let it go. Thinking about if you walk down the street and someone stab you, what would you do? Do you chase that person down the street, or do you get other people to chase after that person? Or you try to get other people to help you to keep you alive, bring you to the hospital, stop the bleeding, and then deal with that guy later. Right now, you got to take care of yourself. This is what self-care means. It is the awareness that regardless of what that person does to you, you are wounded, whether it's emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically. But to run after that person, literally, or just with my mental time and energy is equivalent to run after that guy that stabbed you while you bleed to death in the street. Take that energy and resources to heal. We are not the karmic police. We don't have to make sure that person get the karmic due. If I don't let it, I literally moving through life with a knife on my side. We have to let it go. The last part is how do we forgive and let go? So many people come to me and say, how? The first and most important element is that we realize the importance of it. Because a lot of us don't forgive, we think if I forgive that person, that means it's okay to hurt me. And that is absolutely not true. We do not forgive because what that person did was okay. We forgive because we know if we don't forgive, we are forever linked and locked to that act and to that person. We literally hold on with anger, pain, grudges, and we redefine our life based on what had happened to us. We are literally taking our joy, our life, our freedom, our peace, our possibility, and offering and sacrificing it to the altar of that person, to that anger, to that ego, ignorance, whatever make them betray us. They have already stolen from us. Why now? Why do we want to offer them anything else? So we forgive whatever has happened to you. You deserve to be free. I want to conclude by sharing my personal story of forgiveness. I was really betrayed in the midst of having all the privilege, opportunities, and the blessing that I had in my life. But I was also severely betrayed, abused, and manipulated by my life partner. The person that I loved the most, the person that I thought I can rely on and trust. That manifested into depression, confusion, suicide ideation, the pain, the hurt, and really forgot whom I once was. I lived with fear, stress, tensions, and always feeling I am not good enough. So I deserve to be punished by God, by the universe. I deserve to live in pain. I met my guru in 2020. I told him my story. This is why I don't trust people. This is why I am not happy. This is why I am a victim. This is why my life is not good, not fair. Here is what happened to me. He said to me, are you going to take that to your grave? Are you going to let it go a month before you die? A week before you die? You are waiting someone to come in and draw the line to tell you you can be done, and no one will. He said, you can carry it to your grave, or you can let it go today, right now. He said, I want you to give all your pain, your anger, your disappointment to the universe. And I want you to forgive everyone who had betrayed you in your life. In my head, I was like, that's impossible. That day, I went home. I sat in my living room. I thought about what he told me, even questioning if this will work. I looked around my living room, and the laughing Buddha caught my attention. I walked to the laughing Buddha. I looked at the laughing Buddha. I'm like, I wish I can be like you. I want to be happy again. I want to laugh again. I want to have all these freedoms and abundance. And that day, I gave it all to the Buddha. I prayed, I cried, I gave him or her all my pain, my anger, my fear, my hurt. I gave it all. I share this story with you because if I can do it, so can you. It may be a tree in your backyard for you, the ocean, the mountaintop, or something that is sacred to you. Just offer it. Dive deep into you. Pour up as much as you can offer to the fire, to the water, to the soil, to the air, the universe. The universe will take whatever if you're ready to let it go. This is not denial. Letting go, forgiving, this is what we are meant to do. So we can embrace and open our heart again to whatever life has to offer to us. Since that day, when I give all to the Buddha, I feel the energy change in me. I start laughing again. I start letting go everything. It doesn't happen all at once, but slowly, days after days, I feel lighter and lighter. And up to today, I'm still wearing a Laughing Buddha necklace. So my friends, letting go is the way to go. I will talk to you in my next video.